Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm WolfsbaneGaming and we're back with another video on Star Wars Battlefront 2 2017. This is going to be the review for the main game. So if you have not seen the main game walkthrough, there will be a link in the top corner of this video to the playlist. Go check that out. And if you enjoy this content, do hit the like button, turn the notification bell on, join, and by hitting that subscribe. Now let's jump in. So this game is made by EA. It came out in 2017. It's set during the fall of the Empire, so around the Battle of Endor to 1 year after Battle of Endor. You play as a Imperial agent known as Agent Aiden Thercio. She is a member of the Inferno Squad. During the story, everything bad happens to the Empire and Aiden Thercio personally that forces her to change sides and join the rebellion. With her help, the rebellion manages to hunt down the remnants of the Empire and basically stop them from taking over the entire galaxy once again. She befriends the Alderaan Princess Leia and Han Solo, Chewbacca, and then by the end of the game, she grows personal with members of her own team. And the story actually ends on a cliffhanger. I'm not going to say too much more. There is a multiplayer side to this game, which is, I would say it's probably died by now. At the moment, the gameplay you're seeing is just me messing around in the arcade mode, just playing as Aiden Thercio. But yeah, this game has an actual really good storyline. I do like the story. The game itself definitely has some issues. I got it when it came out in 2017. I played it for a bunch. I enjoyed multiplayer back then, but being one of the people that got it on release day and actually played it a lot, I was also victim to the microtransactions in the game with the loot boxes. I never personally bought any of it, but the fact that you were able to get some of the most overpowered ability cards from those loot boxes made multiplayer extremely difficult to those that didn't want to pay real money for a leg up. So I was one of those that were grinding the levels for each character to get those abilities, whereas others had already paid for the loot boxes to get them, and it just made going against them a little bit more difficult to begin with. But all in all, not a bad game. Does it hold up today? Yes. Does multiplayer still exist? Yes, but not as much as it did a couple years ago. Would we like to see a Battlefront 3 with this build? No. Personally, no. Star Wars Battlefront has always been very close to my heart. I have loved Star Wars Battlefront since the classics came out on the PlayStation 2. But unfortunately, EA, they should never have actually had the license to do Star Wars Battlefront. Like, personally, I have not been a big fan of EA's first-person shooters like Battlefield, but if they built the game just as a story game and not a multiplayer PvP, it would have been great. Like, I would have no issue with the game. The multiplayer side, calling it Star Wars Battlefront, unfortunately, was a bad decision. Because everyone expected it to be similar to the 2005 Star Wars Battlefront 2. And their expectations were extremely high, mine included, and then they were disappointed when the game actually did come out, me also included. But I'm not saying it's a bad game, personally, no. It is a good game. The multiplayer side, not so much. But would I get the game today knowing what it is? I still would, just for the story, but not for multiplayer. Can it be called a Star Wars game? Hell yes. Classic locations like Bespin, Endor, Takodana, Jakku, Tatooine, Naboo. All of these locations are in the game. Even Sullust and Crake is in the game as well. So yes, it can definitely be called a Star Wars game. It's got Star Wars characters in it, like Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Rey, Iden Versio is, I believe, she was a Legends character, if I'm not mistaken. It's got Yoda, it's got General Grievous, it's got Count Dooku, the Emperor, Darth Vader, the ISB. But yes, it is a good game for a story game, not a multiplayer game. Right, enough of that. You can be the Galactic Empire, the Rebellion, the Separatists, Galactic Republic, the First Order, and the Resistance. All of those are in the game, depending on what map you play on. Each one has their own classes and their own unique heroes. The one thing I have to say about the multiplayer side, I'm pretty sure they should have allowed Iden First Year to be a Rebellion character instead of the Galactic Empire character. Because in the story, she was part of the Rebellion a lot longer than she was with the Empire. So they should have put her as a Rebellion character instead of the Empire. But I can see why they put her as Empire, because the Rebellion already has too many heroes as it is. And the Empire was lacking in that department. But I personally would have preferred Iden Versio to be a Rebellion character. That's my 2 cents on that. But with that said, this review is now coming to an end for the main game. The main game is amazing for the story. If you have not played the story yet, I recommend you do so, because it is definitely a really good story game. What would I give it? The whole game, as just the main story and the multiplayer side, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, just because I've had it since release date and not got it afterwards. If I got it afterwards, it would probably be an about an 8, maybe 8.5. But the way the game came out, with microtransactions, with loot boxes and all of that, and then they had to take out the game, definitely has a hold on me. So yeah, it's a 7 out of 10 for me. Personally, I like the story, I like the characters, but the multiplayer side definitely let the game down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and turn my notification on. Join Wolfgang by hitting that subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. WolfsbaneGaming, signing off.